This weekend, we stayed here. And it was stunning. Now, I'm gonna show you how we got there. We drove up to Stanley this weekend with everybody else and their dog. We found this awesome little lodge and we stopped and we got a big roast beef sandwich that was delicious. It was literally like a full steak sandwich. Yum. And then we got mountain milkshakes in the sun. Now we're gonna continue on our way. We are just out here for a one night quick camp trip. Get a little bit more sunshine and soaking up the nice warm July day. It's like 86 degrees. We're at 6,000 feet elevation-ish. We're looking for a place to camp and a way to spend the day. See if we can find some huckleberries and some fun stuff to do. Didn't take us just too long and we found a river lined with boiling hot natural hot springs to play in. It was so relaxing to just beach and hang out and play with the rocks and swim around, going back and forth between the freezing cold snow melt fed river and the hot springs that were so hot that the sand would burn you if you weren't careful.
Good job.
You just put a rock in her mouth, Jay.
I did a little swimming, but I did not stay in for long. We stayed on the beach for a while until a group of 7 or 8 women came up and set their lawn chairs up directly in front of us on the beach, even though we already had all of our stuff set up there. General PSA to people, don't be rude. We drove around for a long time looking for camp spots. We wanted to get closer to the Sawtooth Mountains so that we could see them because they are beautiful, obviously. So we ended up leaving Grand Jean, and everywhere around the Sawtooths is a very densely populated area with tourists, so there's lots of like campgrounds that are reservation only and all booked out, but that's not really our style anyway. Ended up looking at the map and just kind of picking a place that we thought might be a little bit less populated. Everybody goes down to Stanley and then goes straight towards the Sawtooths. So we decided to go towards Stanley and then go directly away from the Sawtooths. Our thought was that if we could get to a high enough elevation, we'd be staring down the Sawtooths anyways. So we headed out towards Basin Butte. The mountaintop up there is right around 8,400 feet, so pretty good elevation. We started looking for camping sites or just any pull off on the side of the road that we could camp and set up. And there was a few people for sure at the bottom taking a lot of the good spots. We didn't really know where we wanted to go, but the farther we worked up the mountain, the more of the Sawtooths that we could see. So we kind of just kept going and kept going and kept going. We found a couple different sites that looked promising, but Nate said, well, let's just go a little farther. And then pretty soon we were so close to the top of the mountain and the lookout, we were like, okay, let's just go to the lookout and then we'll come back down and find a camping spot after. So we made it up to the lookout and it was stunning, very impressive. But about 100 feet short of the lookout, well, give or take, there was a pretty nice little campsite that we decided to make our own. And it has an impressive view in every direction. Not quite just from our campsite, but if you walk just 10, 15 feet in any direction, you can see out one way completely or out the other way. And now we're up here at 8,400 feet and you can see the Sawtooths, you can see the Tetons, you can see Potato Mountain, you can see a lot of other mountains that are really tall and sharp that I don't know the names of. So last night we got camp set up and ate some snacks because I was starving to death, but we waited to set up the tent until we already ate snacks and had explored and stuff a little bit more, because we had to find a level spot and put down some rocks to get it completely level.
Setting up the tent was a breeze like normal. Nate makes it look so easy. Sarah's new favorite hobby is torturing the dog. She particularly loves to eat Wookiee's food and spill her water bowl all over the place. She does have her own camp chair though, so that kept her busy for quite a while. But when the dog wasn't looking, she found her way back around and left Wookie some little rock treats. She just likes to carry around Wookie's bowls. Sometimes we'll find them underneath the beds at home. Sure was beautiful. We started exploring quite a bit after we ate our snacks.
While we were exploring, it turns out that just right over there, over to our left a little bit, we have this little rock shale peak. And if you climb up the peak, there are 3 lazy boy loungers made out of shale. And they are amazing. It's like you're sitting in a throne, just massive rock chairs with big old arm rests, big old feet rests, and they have one pointing perfectly out towards the Tetons, and one pointing perfectly out towards the Sawtooths, and one pointing out towards some other mountain ranges that are also really pretty that I don't know the name of. Just so impressive. Somebody put a lot of time and effort into that, and they are beautiful. I'm thankful for whoever put in the work for that, because we definitely enjoyed it. I can't imagine just sitting out there watching the sunset over the Tetons in your rock lazy boy. We ended up walking up to the lookout because it's just right there, just right up the hill. We were up there checking out the scenery, looking at the views.
While we were up there, we met a kid from northern Idaho who was staying for a while. We swapped adventure and hunting stories with him and ended up inviting him back down to our camp for dinner.
What are we having for dinner?
Little elk tacos.
When we woke up, we had some elk sausage dropped off at our camp that we're excited to taste. But this morning for breakfast, we are having sausage and eggs, and then we're gonna keep going with our adventure.
Hope that
The next morning, we took it pretty easy, spent some time cleaning up camp, eating breakfast. We went back up to the lookout for a while, and of course did some dancing. Then we finished cleaning up camp and drove out. We explored a little bit more on the way home. Went and looked around at the mountains and got the best views we could find. All in all, great camp trip, and 10 out of 10 would recommend.